We're at Ellie's school for an unveiling ceremony of a new Confucius statue. I guess it's the 5-year anniversary of this campus, which is the high school campus. And there's a bunch of very important people here that have traveled, some from China, some from other parts of Taiwan. The founders here. And there's a new little pond and pretty area over there with this new Confucius statue that they're going to unveil.
中国孔子基金会的新董事长，还有高尚的品德的青年人，再次感谢圣像市政单位以及各位贵宾莅临参与孔子圣像。谢谢我们的员工们来给我们的鼓励跟加冕，谢谢。5、4、3、2、1，请加油！ We are so lucky. Everybody say cheese! Cheese!
I was driving around on my scooter. I gotta be at work for like 4 more hours, so I decided to take a little joyride just to look for new places, you know, like take random roads, random paths, just kind of see where I end up. I had a few ideas in mind. A few times I passed a road or I passed a path and I thought, man, I wonder where that leads. And anyway, I decided to come up this one here. And what I thought, what started out as a really tiny little path where it was overgrown and it looked like nobody drove on the road for years, happened to connect to this road, which just kind of winds back and forth and goes on up until the main street up there. But what's cool is I was pulling over and I was stopping at like every bend because I'd see a photo I wanted to take. And I decided to just skip all that and go straight to the top, see where it ended up. I saw where it connected at the top of the big hill over there. I was like, oh well, I always wondered where that road went. Turns out this is the other end of it. So I came back down, and I don't want to get hit while I'm parked on the side of the road, so I kept on coming down until I found this little clearing right here. This little clearing in the shade. Drink some cold supao, and now I'm about to start just hiking up the road and taking shots as I go along. So I was just walking up this road and I saw this opening. Not only is it all green and it's got these pretty red flowers, but it's got some piece of construction equipment or something left right here, kind of abandoned. Then there's this opening in the trees with the orange soil, and there's the road going into the side. And right as I looked up, I saw that blue truck passing by, and I think I'm going to stand right here and wait for a truck to pass again, something that has a nice blue or bright color, and try to snap that shot and see how it turns out. I finally got the shot. I have no idea if it turned out well or not, but it seemed like before I decided to take that shot, there's a blue truck passing every 45 seconds. All of a sudden, I'm standing in my perfect spot. I've got it framed, which means I need to stand on the edge of the road because it's just high enough. I also need to have my arms above my head. And then once everything's done and it's framed and it's perfect and it's all level, and I'm shooting at minimum ISO and raw, everything's great, and then no vehicles are coming. And then every time a vehicle comes, it's a white car or a black car or a silver car or a scooter. All I wanted was a blue truck. And I wanted to make a video. I wanted to put my arms down, start recording and talk about how much my shoulders fucking hurt from holding my arms up. But I thought, no, the moment I start recording a video, truck's gonna come and I'm gonna fucking miss it. It finally came. It took 25 minutes, but it finally came. All right, I got some shots that I wanted, but it took way longer than I thought, and I was not standing in shade. And I started smelling that old familiar smell of my skin actually burning. So it's time for me to head back down and go home. So here's something I have never in my life done with any phone I have ever owned. I'm using the selfie cam this time, so the mic is worse and the picture quality is worse, because I want to show you what I just did to my phone. Go ahead and there's the light. Oh, flickering. Bum, ba-da-bum. Can you see how absolutely shattered that screen is? Completely shattered. And it's also got little yellow spots where there's pressure from the glass, and when I try to touch stuff, it actually starts feeling rough on my fingers, like the glass is lifting off and it might cut me. What's crazy is that I have dropped nearly all of my phones I've ever had at least once. Most of the time, over the course of having them for a year or two, I'll drop them multiple times. Never cracked a screen, not even a little bit. Always been fine. So I've always wondered, how is it that people end up with these absolutely shattered screens? Like, how is that possible? Because I don't baby my phones and I've never even cracked a screen. What's crazy is I was out there taking photos of those firefighters, and I was just walking up to get close to them so I could get some up close, like, environmental portrait shots of these badass firefighters with all their gear on, the smoke and the fog and all this fucking rays of light coming through the trees. And right as I was walking up, I have my phone in my hand and I'm just, walking with my hand swinging, of course. And then the phone catches, it just catches my pocket. As I'm walking like this, the edge of the phone catches my leg and knocks out of my hand. What's crazy is that I wasn't swinging my arms fast. I wasn't running. I was just very briskly, slowly, well, not even brisk, I was very slowly just kind of strolling up, taking my time. The phone barely hit my hand, or barely hit my leg, just enough to knock it out of my hand. And then it dropped from what can't be more than 2.5 feet off the ground. And I guess it just hit perfect because completely shattered my screen. I do know that my phone's still under warranty, so I guess now I'll find out just how good that warranty is. I made these little pocket slingshots out of some PVC tubing and some balloons.
Not yet.
I made it for Liam, but then I made 2 more for me and Ellie because I had leftover balloons and PVC. And then we brought them over to the family's house and everyone's loving them. So we're all started picking up like acorns and nuts and little stones, and we're just shooting everything. It's pretty fun.
Oh!
Ooh, nice.